Hey, what's going on, folks? Me, Justin. I just want to talk about how you can use an outline uh, to kind of systematically create a lot of content, a lot of pillar posts using like AI writers. I use Jasper, formerly known as Jarvis, formerly known as something else, and it's going to have like four more names over the next like 3 days. Um, that's what I use, and we all know that if you just kind of go in with a topic in these AI writing tools, it kind of just spits out something. You never know what you're going to get, and if you know what you're writing about or what you want to write about or the topic, you know that it kind of just some of the times it just spits out something, which isn't really good for long form content. So what you need to do is kind of go in there with an outline. You got to go in there with an outline, and odds are, regardless of whatever niche or industry or anything like that you're in, you're gonna have a lot of similarities between uh I guess topics or clusters or what have you, if that makes sense. If you're writing about Chihuahuas, your H2s and H3s are probably going to be very similar to an article about German Shepherds. The only difference is that word German Shepherd versus Chihuahua. So what you can do is, and what I do is, I go through and I create these outlines that are kind of general for uh, any product or service or whatever in my niche. This is a bad example because this is kind of just like a combination of a few different things, so it might not make sense. But what you want to do is, if you have uh I don't know, you're doing the pet thing, and Chihuahuas and everything you need to know about Chihuahuas, then you go through and find, okay, what are the things that are consistent across multiple articles, because you want to make the big bad booty daddy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You want to have the mastodon out there, so you can look at, all right, this article has these H2s, this article has these H2s, this article has three H2s. Well, I'm going to cover all those in one piece. And then you put together this list of H2s and H3s that you want. And instead of, overview of Chihuahuas, getting started, this doesn't make sense for pets, but bear with me. Getting started uh, uh, caring for a Chihuahua. Instead of putting in the word Chihuahua, because again, you can use this for German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, uh, all the above, Black Labs. You want to use the concatenate function, which what I do is, you just have a cell. This is Google Sheets, of course. If you're not familiar, I don't know how you could not be aware of Google Sheets. If you're watching this, you're on the internet. Um, so instead of overview of, Chihuahuas, I have it so it just pulls from this B2. So whatever I put in there, I don't know how to spell Chihuahua, so I'm gonna do French fries. It just pulls that in. And now I have my outline that I can copy and paste into a document. And even if you don't use an AI tool, you want to just write, boom, there you go. You already looked at, again, 20 articles, so you have every H2 possible. All you got to do is put it in, and now boom, you have your French fry outline. Um, so what we can do, again, copy this over to, oops, let's just copy this over here. And what you want to do is, you don't want to just paste it, because otherwise it looks like crap. You got to go through. So depending on what you're using, I'm on Windows, so I use Control Shift V, and what that'll do is paste it in without formatting. And of course, this makes no sense because it's French fries, right? But so in my case, I go through, all right, which word I start at H3s. All right, what is French fries? Okay, so we're starting there and change that to H3. Boom, we have our outline. Now, say you don't want to write a single damn thing. You just want to go in and get started. Boom, start automatically writing, blah, blah, blah. It's writing. All right, it's going, it's going, it's going. Oh my gosh, what is he even talking about here? It's talking about French fries, great, but I just want it to end. We'll just boom. All right, that's where it is. Now, what a lot of people do is just kind of like, oh, let's go to the next headline and just start going. Instead, because eventually what'll happen, especially if you're using like Jasper, uh, it will start pulling from the previous sections and it'll just start repeating itself over and over again. You don't want that because it looks like shit, reads like shit, it is shit. So instead, you get down, you blah blah blah. It's telling the instructions. Okay, great. Instead of continuing on, you throw down these three little dots right here, and what that'll do is instead of pulling from up here, new information or the old information, it'll stop and only pull. It'll start here as though that's a new document. You know what I mean? You do. You format as you go, take out the nonsense. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, speed run. And you just continue on. French fries are blah blah blah. Okay, we don't need any of this extra shit. Let's get rid of that. Again, you go through triple dots, you go back, make sure you get rid of the old ones so you don't have any like formatting issues. Boom. Features of French fries. French fries are cup fried potato, blah 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 blah. Again, it's going to have some new content. It's going to create new content as opposed to pulling from something that's up here. That's let's see what would happen if I did not have. Why is this acting a fool? I don't know why my mouse is janked up. Let's get rid of this, and it may repeat. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and check. Variety of shapes and sizes. Does it already say that up here somewhere? I don't know. Let's just pretend it does. Again, though, like if you've used this tool, you are familiar with the fact that if you continue going down the line of just Control J, Control J, Control J all the way down, it's going to just start pulling from previous sections of this article is creating. So that's it. Now some of the add-ons that I plan on adding to like my real outline generator is just having those built-in stars. You know what I mean? Just after every H or before every H, just plug that in. Because then I copy this over here. Control Shift V. Now I don't have to go in. Even if that is an H2, that's fine because it will still. I forgot to turn that into H2. Whatever. It'll still, only pull from here down, as opposed to the entire article. So that's all you gotta do. And to make these concatenate function, I realized that I never even explained that. Whoopsie daisy. So it's more or less you put in quotes whatever you want to remain consistent. You put a comma in, you put in wherever cell you want to pull from, another comma. You don't need the spaces here. It just makes it easier to read, but you got to make sure you put in a space at the beginning of the next time a string of text is inputted. That way there is a gap between your inputted portion, French fries, and the kind of boilerplate outline. What else is there? Right. So again, this concatenate function, you can do a lot with this. I think I might. Yeah, that's for another day. Boom. There you go. You want to create fast content using AI and not have this like crap that's spit out. There you go. And that's how I'm using it, and it's working.